Welcome to Sports Communications Topic 3. This is Topic 3A, Working with the Media, Part 9, where we start to talk about building a communications plan. How you develop a communications plan is firstly you clarify company goals. Secondly, you conduct that situation analysis. Then you adjust your company goals. You develop your communications plan to fit the company goals. You integrate your communications plan into your overall strategic plan, and then you control and you evaluate it. So I'm going to walk you through each of those particular steps. But first of all, let's talk about why you should have a communications plan. You need to have a communications plan in order to fit with your strategic plan so that you make sure that all the stuff that your organisation does is aligned and that various bits of your organisation are not either duplicating the effort of other places and that all your effort adds up to be more than the individual parts. It gives your day-to-day work a clear focus so you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. It also helps you set priorities within your communications plan or your area, just to make sure that all the things that you do are actually vital. It also provides you with a sense of order and control. You've actually planned your workload, you know why you're doing it, there's logical reason why all the pieces should be done, there's no waste. It also helps get all the other people within the organisation to support your program, because if they help you, then they're helping themselves to achieve the organisational goals. Everybody will get their bonuses. It also helps protect you from those sort of last minute seat of the pants demands from staff and members, because you can say, well, this doesn't fit into our PR plan, so why are we doing this? It also gives you peace of mind, so it helps prevent you becoming overwhelmed, and that's really, really important today when there's so many things that you've got to get done, just to actually be able to pick out really clearly what the important things are and then what's on the nice to have list that you can get to if you've got resources and time. How you develop the communications plan is actually reasonably straightforward. It happens around the time that you've got your annual planning round. Then it's easy to dovetail into the budget, because there's no point in planning your communications campaigns and strategies if you haven't got budget to buy it. You should follow the comms plan process, that you conduct your research communications audit, define your audiences, define your objectives, identify your tools and your tactics, establish a timeline, and evaluate the result. So they're all the components that you need to work through, and we're going to talk through all of those. So to start off with then, there's a PR planning and strategy flowchart that we're going to have a look at. The sports organisation's self-knowledge. First of all, the organisation needs to know itself, and if there are any pieces missing, you've got to fill them in. You need to know what your PR strategy is. You need to know what your PR goals are. You've got to have your initial plan, then you go to final plan, so you work through a whole load of other bits and pieces and do some double checking. You'll have a PR grid that'll actually be all your PR effort for the year, and you'll have a media list that will fit in with that. That is all your communications plan components. But there's a little bit more, because that needs to fit into the organisation's strategic plan, and that's when you look at your strategic plan and you go back through everything to make sure that it all fits together. You've got to remember your organisation's media goals don't sit in isolation. They don't exist in isolation from what the rest of the organisation's doing. Everything has to fit together.